I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Welcome back, Shenaniganders, for another episode of Data East Star Trek Restoration. As you can see, it's dark, because it's late o'clock. Well, it's only around 9, but I'm going to go over to my storage because, as mentioned in the last video, I might have a power supply that might work for that machine. It would be very nice to actually be able to do a little bit of diagnostics prior to removing all the boards and sending them out. I did send a couple photos to my guy and asked if there's any hope for that crispy power supply, and I'm sure I will hear back fairly shortly. He is quick to reply for the most part, which is pretty sweet. I know I seen a power supply, just don't know for sure if it's compatible or not, but hey, it's not too far to go sniff around in some bins and see, because I have an idea where it might be. So I will take you along when we get to the bins and sniff around and see what we can find. Okay, just digging around in my pile of boards, and I think this is what I thought might have worked. But it's definitely not gonna work. It's close, but no cigar, so I just don't think I'm gonna have a power supply. I don't know, maybe. Hey, there used to be a bridge rectifier there. It's pretty darn close, but it's just missing something there too. But there's supposed to be a connector here too, and there isn't. So I just don't think that is gonna work. Alright, so the deed must be done. I must remove all boards and send them away just to make sure they're all good and bulletproofed and NV-rammed and all that good stuff. So I'm going to label all the connectors. I took some photos. Could probably get away without labeling them, really. But it doesn't hurt to do so. So, well, let the fun begin. Okay, a couple things to note is that not a single screw is missing, and they all needed a little extra, you know, crack to come free. So that leads me to believe I don't think any of these boards were serviced ever, which is good in a sense because that means they shouldn't be hacked at all. I think the damage on the power supply has been done, but I think the rest of the boards should be pretty minty. There's no corrosion that we saw. And the other thing is definitely some burning going on here. Now this looks to me like I believe that's general illumination, and that wire beside it too is crispy. I could be wrong, but that connector I'll redo, of course. But I didn't notice anything else noteworthy. Like, I don't know that I've ever removed like a System 11 or Data East board set without at least a couple screws missing. So that's probably a first. Here's the boards. Get another look at this here. What happened? What happened? What did this used to be there, that blob of melted metal? Oh, I should zoom in here. There. Ooh, yeah, that'll make a good gallery photo, eh? The fuses, just upon initial inspection, don't look blown. But, yeah, all in all, things are looking pretty good. It's a really nice looking CPU. I don't think we can kind of get a better view here. The acid damage would have dripped down here, but I don't see any pins that look like they've been tarnished anywhere. Traces. All looks to be good. Let's pull out the batteries. That's fine. Yeah. I think I've seen Panasonic batteries in these boards before, so these could very well be the original batteries. I don't think they'll have a date, but that would be kind of interesting to see. I think this game's 1991, so... Anyway, look at that. That's pretty clean in there, so... That's pretty sweet. Oh, let's actually look at the back side. That doesn't look... I thought there might have been more of a hole burnt through the board. But I think this is actually completely fine candidate for restoration. That's what I think. That is what I think. I think what is going on here, I believe this might be a voltage regulator. No, it does look to still be there. I thought maybe that's what exploded, but definitely this transistor here used to be a transistor. That looks like that could have maybe been the source of the fire, or here, whatever this is, because that's just some melted, whatever that used to be, component. I actually think that that will clean up okay. So I'm going to send all these boards off. Oh wait, before I forget, I got to go grab that last Fliptronics board. And then, time to pack all this crap up and wrap up this video too. So the next video will probably be me, I don't know, working on the playfield. I'll just do whatever I can while the boards are gone. Kind of like what I did with Whirlwind. Redo that connector that's bad up there. Tinker around under the playfield. But yeah, so didn't realize I would be this deep into this machine this quick, but hey, that's that's half the fun, half the battle, and half the satisfaction. So we'll keep plugging away here, and you know, we'll be the guardian of forever and enter the doomsday machine. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention one thing. Okay. That power supply almost for certain was never serviced. Just to confirm, I want to show you why. Almost every time, these System 11 / Data East machines, the main failure point was the power supply. So they were the things that were serviced first, and most. But the thing is that accessing these screws here are a pain in the ass because the door's in the way. So what I find almost all the time is that one or none of those screws, well, one of them is missing or all of them are missing. But if any screw is missing in anything on these types of machines, it's usually here because it's very inaccessible. And since my just cordless wasn't fitting very well, and I needed to really torque on it, so I got my little bit like so, my 1/4 inch plier on there, and then I was able, using this technique, to get in there and then give it the crank that it needed to come free. So that's my little trick for those areas. And I can understand why people don't want to put screws back in there, just because it's very awkward. And you're on an angle, you're at risk of stripping the threads if you're not careful as well. And I think a lot of people think, as well as myself, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. You might not need 8 screws. Probably 5 is okay. Maybe 1 in the middle. I guess for when you're removing connectors, it's nice to have them steady and firm to the board. So maybe I'll put 1 in each corner and just leave that one out. I don't know. Should I be the one that starts that trend? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll put them all back like a good boy. That's what I think I'll do. All right, thanks for watching.